Hello, welcome back to another video. Well, I can say that this time because this is my second video. Technically, I do have two, which means it is another video. I'm gonna get a few things out of the way before we start this. I do realize that it's been nearly a year since I've posted a video now. Let's not focus on that, okay? That's not a problem. Anyways, today I've got another webcomic for you. I know you guys were just itching this entire year. I know you guys were foaming at the mouth. You know, so I mean, look, I'm a bit of a people pleaser like that. You know, I had to deliver what the people wanted, and what the people wanted was another Webtoon video. Jeff's disorders. So my friend Ev and I'm not also Ev, I'm just me, but my friend is named Ev. We had read it a little while ago on our own free time, of our own free will, I know. Let's not talk about that. But we decided to do it again for another video. Do I look me in the eyes, okay? Look me right in the eyes. Right here. Right in the balls, right in the eyeballs. The balls of the eyeballs, the orbs. No judgment. So, you'll get a good taste of what we've endured. And you know what they say, when you suffer through a webtoon, you must subject everyone on the internet who's willing to watch to it. You know, as just sharing is caring. I mean, look, yeah. You have like 20 doctorates already. You're just going for another one. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Recovered creepypasta enjoyer?
Healed. It's taken years, but I've healed and we're going back in.
Oh yeah, the one and only Fev, I mean, look, we gotta
track him down.
Yeah,
people content.
Extra, I mean, look, we gotta milk the master for what we can get.
Oh, you're gonna milk me, alright, wink wink.
Whoa. Within the, first, 10 minutes of the call, barely even.
Hey, who do you think you're talking to right now?
No, I knew what I was getting into, so.
Exactly. You signed the waiver. You signed the NDA disclosure, right?
I signed away my soul.
Okay.
Your creepypasta history, to give a little bit of context. So, okay. When was your creepypasta phase? You don't have to say a year, just what school year or something you would say. From what you remember.
Started in the beginning of grade 6.
Okay.
And then it ended January of grade 6. So it was a few months at most. It wasn't a year. It was just a few,
okay.
Few that was insane months.
That's not too bad. That's not too long. Also, can I just what got you into creepypasta? What did you like, you know? What was your juice?
I just wanted to be edgy. And I'm pretty sure Lauren already kind of liked it. Lorb, the good old Lorb.
The good old Lorb.
And I kind of just the first creepypasta I read actually was straight up Jeff the Killer. That was the first thing I jumped into.
Going full circle.
And then I sort of ended up within the fandom, and when you're in the fandom, you hear things. So I started reading more of that awful bullshit.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
It just became a creepypasta connoisseur. Just knew all of it.
Oh, what's it called? The Chatelier.
Yeah, that's me for real with pastas, but they're creepy.
Alright, so, I mean, look, you know we gotta go for Jeff's disorders. The name is this. Right, so I was thinking, because we've already read the first part, like, part of it, I'm thinking we play a little game where we write down all of the stuff that we remember happens, and we'll see how much of it we got right. So we just, like, do our recap, and then we see if it's true. But what do you remember of the story?
I remember, first of all, the main character had plot armor because she was way too young to work the job that she is currently working. Like, she doesn't have the work experience to be working in a fucking high security mental illness facility.
Yeah,
I remember that because I know we were like shitting on that.
Yeah, so what I mostly remember is the story starts and it's a girl trying to apply to an asylum, and she's a whole doctor, psychiatrist. Like, and she somehow has no work experience. You're telling me you have no internship, nothing to put on your resume. How does that make sense? You would need some experience to get a doctorate, a summer job at least, something.
Like, when you go through your medical studies, they will not let you graduate unless you do your internships. And the other thing I remember very well is how stupid it was that she just kind of like looked a serial killer in the face and said, "Yeah, I'll take you home. Sure, get in my car, let's go, we're going home." Like, oh my god. There was a severe lack of self-preservation in that girl.
Right, so on the list, I've got voluntarily takes Jeff home.
Yes.
Yes. And then her resume. Those are the two main things that stick out. And then the chicken, for some reason. There's the chicken part. Why is there chicken in her house? Don't know.
The chicken.
Sometimes, like, a random panel or two will be colored.
And isn't there like a huge freaking space between panels or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like, it's just, there's like 3 panels per chapter.
This one is, like, short. I would say it's to the point, but, like, there's only plot in, like, the first episode when she takes him home, and after that it's just, like, slice of life shit, which is kind of weird considering it's Jeff the Killer. But doesn't he come back, like, full of blood and she just, like, doesn't care?
I don't remember that part.
I'll just put doesn't question him, because she just, like, doesn't really question when he does and that he's there. She doesn't try to do anything about it.
I know there's a point where she's, like, hiding from him. She's like, "Oh my god, what do I do? Well, first of all, you shouldn't have let him in your house. That's something you could have done."
Okay. The main two things that strike me is, one, Jeff is not looking like a 13-year-old, and if he is 13, that is really weird because she is old enough to be a licensed psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's...
So I'm gonna assume they aged him up for my sanity, you know? Creative liberties.
I do think that the Jeff the Killer backstory takes place, like, a few years in the past, and so, like, the Jeff the Killer, like, that you see around is no longer 13 and is a bit older. But the first one is the one that's said to be the quote-unquote real picture and that it's cursed or whatever. Obviously edited, as you can see.
Yeah.
But that's like the Jeff the Killer picture. Like, that's the shit. Like, that's apparently the most quote-unquote accurate.
Okay. Apparently, according to this, he's an adolescent serial killer and registered creepypasta. Nice to know he's registered, you know? He's got the license.
Yeah. He's got the license.
Yeah.
The test.
He was disfigured after being set on fire while fighting a gang of bullies and lost his sanity after witnessing his new and beautiful face. Hey!
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hobby, murdering people to satisfy his bloodlust. Stalking his next victim. Okay. Goals. End as many lives as possible. Ongoing. Kill his parents and brother. Succeeded. Kill Randy, Troy, and Keith. I assume that's like the bullies. Succeeded. Yeah. Know what he likes to do in his spare time. That's pretty good. Did he have no hobbies before killing? That's my question. Because there's no like former hobbies.
My question is, what did he do to get bullied to the point where someone set him on fire?
Alright, so I don't know much of Jeff the Killer's history. Like, I know a little bit, Lauren has told me. But like, what's his story? I know he doesn't have an axe. Doesn't he have an axe in the thing? Why does he have an axe?
I hate that. The fact that he has an axe is, it rubs me the wrong way.
And the fact that the axe was floating too.
Oh yeah, no, it's horrible. Like, the physics were not working with the axe here, and I did not like that. So Jeff the Killer, I don't remember the story incredibly well, and I guess it changed throughout the years. I don't know. Essentially, it's Jeff the Killer is at first like some random teenager that gets like bullied by people, other teens, and at some point the bullies get like really psychotic, and they set him on fire and bleach his skin.
Okay, yeah, I remember Lauren telling me that one, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, they rush him to the hospital or whatever, and he recovers, but, like, he's fucked up because, like, he's bleached, and his face is gross, and his hair is fucked up. And I guess he just kind of, like, loses his shit, and he, decides to cut off his eyelids and cut, like, a weird smile onto his cheeks, and, then starts killing people. And his, like, the thing about Jeff the Killer is, like, apparently as soon as he kills you, he's like, oh, go to sleep, and that's it, you die.
Okay.
So, that's all I remember from Jeff the Killer.
Good.
That and he always, it's always with a knife. He'll always kill you with a knife.
Okay.
So the hatchet is just, that's the wrong creepypasta, man. That's not the right guy. You got confused.
See, have they posted anything since? They've posted stuff, but I don't know if it's... There's a different Jeff's disorders. Oh, in 2024! Oh my god, this is recent!
Oh no!
Oh my god!
No.
Oh my god. Okay, why are you still making Jeff the Killer stuff in 2024? Like,
yeah,
they posted
this day and age?
They posted January 5th, 2024.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm thinking we might want to see the other one as a treat, but there's only 8 episodes.
Jesus!
They might get like an art progression, like a redeeming arc.
Oh, maybe. What bothers me with this art style, for Jeff, especially for Jeff the Killer, is that they're giving him like fuck me eyes or like really like droopy eyelids, but like canonically he doesn't have eyelids, and instead they're giving him like some sexy smiles.
Jeff's disorders. I love the asylum. I like the fact that it's so thin you can see the sky through the bars.
That's when you know there's like the windows on this side, and then the windows are exactly either on the ceiling or on the other side of the building, so that we can see right through it.
Also, this is supposed to be an asylum, not a prison. So why is there like barbed wire and like intercom shit? Interesting. I haven't encountered anyone who had a doctor's title at your age. That's quite impressive. So she got like a doctorate. She got a doctorate early, but you're telling me she did that without any experience.
That's because she skipped her interns.
How can you overlook the fact that she doesn't have experience? But the one issue is that she doesn't know how to enforce order. First of all, that shouldn't be a psychiatrist's job. Second of all, those go together. Knowing how to manage that sort of experience is experience. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You learn as you with time and from doing.
Wait, can you go back up to the padded room? Why does this look like the inside of your small intestine?
Comparison. Yep, I knew exactly what you were saying, but yeah, you're so right.
Bro is getting digested. Yeah, that's it's bro. Yeah, it's just me and the small intestine falling in love. love to see it. I love watching men get digested.
There's so much space in between a panel and a space bar, so I think you were right with the spacing there.
Dude, it's not giving.
You got that Pixar mom behind, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ, where are her organs?
She got no organs, but she got a fatty. You referred me to a children's hospital, even though it's obvious I'm specialized in adult psychology. How are you specialized? You don't have any experience.
How is she specialized if, one, she graduated from her doctorates early, and two, she probably didn't do a fellowship?
He left the colon!
He got shot!
Where did he get an axe? A kitchen knife maybe, because they gotta do cooking somewhere. But where would he get an axe?
I don't know, and it bothers me that they gave him a goddamn axe.
Actually looks the most like real Jeff the Killer in this panel than anything else we've seen.
Yeah, as soon as you cut out the axe, it's like, yeah, this could be Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, because he's got like those rancid ass open eyes, the like disgusting hair. Also, it bleached his skin, but his hair is still black. Like, how did it not touch his hair? You know what I mean? No! Not the Lord Olympus legs!
No! Dude, I'm just asking what kind of car has like a hood, like a ceiling that is like that tall.
Yeah, because Rose
like comfortably lay back when he's like obviously twice her size. Is she like driving a double-decker bus or something?
Yeah, like the double-decker bus from Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh, that would make so much sense. That's how she got through security, bro.
Yeah.
It turned invisible.
Oh my god. The heart in the thing.
I don't like that. What the fuck is this?
How do I not remember that?
Why does he have eyelids? What? Get those motherfuckers.
Our wheel is just entirely flat. That's just... Like,
yeah.
No car has, like, that cartoon-ass, old-timey... One stick with the wooden wheel!
Yeah, not in this day and age, bro.
Back in the day when it's giving, like, the old-ass bikes that are, like, curved.
Oh my god, with the huge, like, front wheel?
Yeah, with the huge front wheel!
So she's not a she's not a physician, she's a psychologist. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But
Girl's looking like a literal porcupine. Like roadkill. He looks like he got hit by your car.
I would hit him with my car and I would not regret it. Ziggy Stargolf is running over that bitch, and like if we look back and he's still like alive, we're running him over again.
You're putting in reverse and hitting it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, that shit. Like, why is this one the only one that's colored? Like, none of the episodes are long. Even if it's not, like, a lot of coloring, can't you just, like, bucket tool it, you know?
Is it because, like, she's trying to make it seem like the other chapters are, like, edgy and scary, and this is, like, quote-unquote slice of life, so it deserves to have color? Okay, why is his eye that big?
He's looking like he's gonna go, ooh la banana,
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
The fact
really
that it pulls
at
up.
the moment.
I saw the bump and I got really scared for a moment. I was so scared. I was like, ain't no way I just saw this. There was no way. I'm very glad.
Is he standing like that?
Put your dogs away, sir! So the axe is not on his shoulder. He's just holding it up.
No, I hate that.
Chicken, dude.
Oh, Lord. Save us, chicken, save us.
Like how the one time there's dramatic ass shading is for the chicken. Anyways, that's my chicken impression. Hope you enjoyed that. They're just handing out degrees to kids at this. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, at
the
this
one point,
yeah.
I will give him that one. Not the fighting he went.
Ew.
Obviously no threat to him. He's probably contemplating how to how he's going to finish me right now, King Julian. I would have done so already.
Okay, Mario, pop off.
Cycling through all of them at this point. Okay, I'm not reading that.
What the fuck? You just mentioned Mario!
What the hell?! Anywho, Jeff will be officially evolving from Mario Chomp Ball. He does look like a Mario Chomp Ball!
Oh my god, that's why he looks familiar!
Oh, that he literally put Husband Hotel knockoff!
Oh no!
There's a guest room down the hall at the right. Use what you need if you have to. Is it just me or...
Oh no!
I'm literally speechless.
Major calcium deficit or something. Why is she built like random solar panel coming in clutch? So, Jebby, how did you enjoy the comic?
I did. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I would give you like a little breakdown, a little what's going on of the story, but to be honest, there's not much plot. It's kind of slice of life after the first episode where Nellie, the main character, goes to an asylum/jail where Jeff the Killer and presumably similar types of people are living. Interesting decision. Obviously, they're like, hey, no, we're not hiring you. You have literally no experience. Somehow you're a doctor, but you've done no residency. You've done nothing. I'm not gonna start on that one again. And she's like, fine then, I'll go, I guess. And then when she leaves, this guy that's all bloody with an axe comes down. He's like, you're taking me with you. I don't know what the fuck I did, like a knockoff Squidward impression for him, but anyways. I guess I gotta commit to the bit. You're gonna take me to your house for some reason. And then they go to her house, and then she's just like treating him like a new roomie. And then that's it. That's most of the plot. He somehow falls in love even though he barely has a heart. Guys, it's so romantic. This serial killer, she warms up to this woman after they've lived together for like 2 days. Oh. So, final verdict. Would I read this again? No. Did I enjoy reading it? Only because I was doing it with a friend. Would I recommend reading this? If you know something about like creepypastas a little bit, you might find it a little funny to like go off and explore, I guess. See like the discrepancy between Jeff the Killer originally and the Jeff in this comic. Otherwise, the plot doesn't exist. The character building doesn't exist. Sum up all of my feelings in one deep and emotional drawing, okay? And I think this piece of art, you know, not to toot my own horn, but you know, this one piece of media can really sum up my entire thoughts. Big thank you to Ev for coming. Thank you for putting yourself through that. Though knowing you, this is like mild shit. This is like 1 grain of pepper when you eat jalapenos by the fistful normally, you know what I mean? I'll clap for me and Ev also for subjecting ourselves to that. And, you know, a clap for everyone who watched, especially if you watched till here, because that, you know, that takes a lot of mental strength. A lot of fortitude, if you will. Meanwhile, for me and Ev, it's more like fartitude. So funny. Cut that out. Oh, thank you for making it all this way. Congrats for making it through all of that. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, would be very cool if you liked. See you next time. I will not wait a year, okay? The bar is low. The bar's in hell. The bar's in hell. With ecstasy hearts and just disorders. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment. Comments always very appreciated. Love seeing any opinions. If there's anything you would like me to check out, could be a comic, could be something else. I've done 2 comics, but I can do other things. So if there's something you'd like me to check out, feel free to comment that too. Gonna end it here. That's about it for now. And we'll see you before another year has passed.